I'm Larry Reynolds from Grace Healing, and I have something that's continuing to rise in people right now because there seems to be a certain level of desperation, and I just want to share it with you. But if you would please like, subscribe, and share the videos that we offer from Grace Healing, there would really be a great help to us as an organization to assist and help people to understand and discover the power they hold from within them. And the reason why I'm sitting here today is because I see many people of a loving and a compassionate heart reaching out with messages right now relating to what's going on the planet and all the different things that are unfolding and the sheer breadth and depth of corruption that's being revealed. And what's happening is these beautiful, loving individuals that are divine-centered, godly-centered, Yeshua, Christ-centered type minds have shifted into a mantra of screaming out for warriors to stand up and fight. And I would say to you that within the title of this video, which might be Prayer Warrior versus Minister in Love, Speaking in Truth. And I would say that one of the things that I'm concerned about is if Yeshua was here, he would not be taking up a sword. He would not be battling people. He would be ministering in love, standing in truth, with absolute knowledge and without doubt, knowing that nobody could take his life. There is a big difference between becoming a warrior and inviting war, suffering, pain, physical aggression, hostilities, psychological impartation of people tearing you down or whatever, where they're trying to impart their imposition of judgment over you. That's assuming the role of warrior. Yeshua had the power to take up the sword and never did. He mended the ear that was taken from the soldier that came forward. He didn't take up the sword and continue to extend the battle further. And in my heart, I'm looking at these beautiful, loving people that are ending up in this ground where they say that you are supposed to be dangerous, you're supposed to be violent, but then choose not to be violent. And I honestly can't align with that. I've trained my whole life as a martial artist and warrior from the time I was 9 years old until I reached in my 40s, and I realized this is not where I want to be. And I let go of the warrior concept and entered the role of what is called a minister in love. Began to use the gifts, talents, and abilities that I refined, honed, and increased during my times of martial arts and studying all that. But then I set aside the martial aspect of it and just worked with people and understanding the energy, the spiritual influences, the things that were governing that which was in disorder in their bodies or in dis-ease in their bodies, and helping people to understand that. So one of the things that I would help people to recognize is if we're going to shed this construct of warrior, then the warriors can bring us no harm because we're not standing there on the battlefield. We're standing in proximity to those that have ears to hear. Those on the battlefield aren't hearing. They're only warriors that are going to fight for their way of being. So you work with the people that are able to hear and recognize over the din of the war. Those people that are on the periphery, that are questioning, that are doubting, that are wondering. But you go with it with great trust that God is with you and that nothing can take your life. There is nothing of the world that can come against the nature of what God wishes to do through me. Even the machinations of this world that would come against me as an individual came at me with a gun and he couldn't even use it. The thing would not function because I chose not to be in warrior ground and feed the spirit of war within him, which would have allowed him to access that physical demand of pulling the trigger, but he couldn't even use his hand. It is about surrendering into a minister of love while walking in truth in absolute, total trust. That it is God that's got your back, it's God that's got your front, it's God that's got your sides, above you, below you. You are covered from all sides and nothing can take your life. You are spiritual in nature, and even if they succeed in taking the physical form, they could do nothing to harm me. There is a big difference between an outcry for warriors and to empower people as a minister in love that would draw people out of the fray and wish to draw toward love, support, peace, serenity, clarity, healing. Those things are not present in the war. They're a sideline product that comes about by people in desperation, reaching, oh my God, I've been shot, I've been hit by mortar, or been what. Going from the warrior mindset into the minister of love positions you in a place of great power. It's not a place of softness, like I'm weak, because you do speak truth. You speak the truths that the people are hungering for. And you speak it in such a way that knowing that no one can again take your life. If somebody threatens your job, well, then I understand. But I'm going to continue to be who I am, and I will continue to find a way that God will make provision for me outside of how they wish to control me. Move with faith, move with trust, move with the clarity that it is God within you that is the power, not your own. Do not take up the sword or the Uzi or the whatever weapon that you can think upon your mind. Embrace God's presence, and even those that come against you with a weapon cannot wield it against you, for God will transmute it into power, grace, and wisdom for you to use to help them to see that there is an alternative path. So I hope this helps you, because again, I'm seeing so many loving and compassionate people being shifted into this ground where they're becoming hardened and aggressive and hostile and physical, and I'm like, that's not where the battle is won, because the battle has already been won over 2,000 years ago. The more we surrender into the minister in love, that will transmute the spiritual influences that would govern people to think that it's okay to embrace war. But if you embrace war, you will empower and hold the spirit of war present. You will hold discord present. You will hold argumentative nature present. You will hold hostility present. You will hold suffering present, because all of those things are covered under the spirit of war. So if we release the spirit of war, embrace within its place God's holy presence, and we move in such a way that we evidence God's love and holy embrace in every word, thought, and action, those who thought they were supposed to be in war will draw away, come to find the presence of God. Those that are the spiritual influences that will govern it cannot hold or sustain their presence in the presence of God. And if we surrender to be God, their influence will fall away as well. And they will be transmuted according to God's will and design and be freed from the prison that we have established as wardens, holding these captives bound within us, as we chose the spirit of war over the spirit of peace. So I hope this helps you. I hope this reaches the ears and hearts of those that are bringing out these messages of war. I understand that there is desperation. I understand that there is great concern, but you have to open your perspective to see from the divine order looking down upon us, looking from within us, looking from the possibility that God's holy power can transmute even the spirit of war into holy peace. This is a simple thought surrounded by much prayer and meditation, and I trust that this week ahead will bring you blessing as you meditate upon it and find new ways to look upon the discoveries that are being revealed today. It is not the individual that created the crime that we become formed in hatred and war against. We start to witness what they are showing us of a spiritual nature within their actions and the people that govern the nature of their actions around them. We do not center upon the individual. We look to the whole institution to be freed from the demonic influences, and we look to the individual to be freed from the spiritual influences. We at Grace Healing love you dearly, and we remain here for you if you wish to reach through gracehealing.org. or gracehealing.video for the videos that are available to you, and also Grace Healing on the Facebook. So please like, share, reach out, to the gracehealing.org, provide your prayer needs, and we will uplift them every day in the blessed form. So have an amazing day. Be blessed in all you do. Take care.